Hey guys, welcome back to Campaign for North Africa. I had some spare time to get back to playing. My schoolwork has been getting in the way of my wargaming, so I'm not used to that. I'm used to my free time. However, Sunday, we are on turn 1 still, and it's op stage 3. So 1 week almost has passed. I am in the Italian movement phase, so we're moving, but I wanted to recap a little bit what's going on. We roll for weather. Weather is normal. We did some air. So the Italians, they lost 2 fighters, the CR-42s in air-to-air combat, so they lost 2 of those. They lost a bomber, the BA-88. That was lost to AA fire, so that was taken down. Another one of the BA-88s was aborted on that mission as well from AA fire. The Commonwealth, British, they lost 2 gladiators in an air-to-air combat, so those were shot down by the CR-42s. So the way we had things going on, Italians put cap over the 4 CCNN. That way we had cap all over these 6 hexes. We bombed the 11 Haas. Was able to pin it. We sent the cap over here on the 1 CCNN. However, the British were able to get through, and one of the infantry battalions is pinned from that division. Up along the coast, the 63rd of the Italians was also, one of their infantry was pinned, their battalion. We did have cap up here. No, actually we had cap over here. We didn't put cap here. And the cap only handled these 6 hexes plus the target hex. We did bring in air and bombers to bomb this hex. However, the bombs were dropped, but they failed, so nothing happened to these. Yeah, so that was the air combat. It was pretty intense. A lot of fun. We did some refitting, so we got most of our planes back on both sides. So then we started with movement, but I just want to go over something on the pin, because I was going through the rules on pin, because there's different types of pin. There's pin by air and there's pin by artillery. And so the non-phasing player is actually B. So they can't voluntarily move or engage in combat. But you have to also look over here, and it says pin units and units retreated before assault into a hex under close assault attack may not add their rating to defensive close assault. So pretty much pin units on the close assault attack may not add their ratings to close assault. So this unit here, since it's only a battalion by itself, will be a 0, or they can't even add their rating. So if that's the case, then this rule comes into play. If the defender, non-phasing player, for any reason allocates no units to assault, all his units in the hex automatically retreat 3 hexes and earns 3 disorganization points. So they're gonna be a -3 cohesion. So when close assault comes, they cannot That's what I'm looking for. They cannot be involved in a close assault, so they're going to have to retreat the 3 hexes and take a -3 cohesion hit. So I got to remember that on this unit. This unit won't do that if he was attacked because it's a division and there's other units that can fight in there. So it's just something I wanted to go over. Yeah. So let me go over this really quick down here. What do we have here? This is what we had. So we moved, Miletti's the only one I moved so far. Let me bring you back. So this unit here was pinned last turn. However, it caught up to Miletti to be a part of Miletti. Had 24 breakdown points. Expended 12 CP to get to this hex. Rolled on the breakdown table. Since they have their own trucks that move these infantry, I rolled a 66. I lost, was it 3 trucks or 2 trucks? We lost 2 trucks. So that means these units here are no longer motorized. As soon as one TOE loses their trucks, that whole battalion cannot be motorized. So they're going to be walking. So I made a note of that. So that's what happened here. Let me put this back. And Miletti had tanks. What was it? The M1139. They came from over there to here. That tank broke down. They lost 1. So they are down to 3 M11s. So they had 7. 4 of their tanks have broken down so far. So that's not good. Okay, so that is done. Yeah, so let's see what I'm gonna do. I know these guys have a cohesion hit to their units, and so I'm thinking about maybe resting them. Let's see. All right, so what we have here, which is not good. We have a machine gun battalion who has a -5 cohesion hit. We have all the infantry units in here, all the infantry battalions in this division has a -3 because they went over their CP value by 3. So I can sit them and rest for a turn, for an op stage, and they'll gain back 5. So they'll go from -3 but to 0. You can't gain more if you rest. You can't gain in a positive if you rest, I should say. So it'll go back to 0. And machine gun battalion that's a -5 will go back to 0 as well. So I might rest them. These guys are strong enough to fight here. We're going to bring up 5 Libya to here because they're all part of the same division. I'm going to bring the 62nd down to here. This is our guy. So what we can do is break off. I'm going to break off a battalion, the one that's pinned, so we can move forward and do that. So let's do this. I know I have to put a battalion there, but so we don't waste time. By the way, to drop somebody costs 1 CP. 1 for the headquarters and 1 for the unit that's being dropped. So, all right, so they expended 1 CP. 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's 3 plus the 1. And I'll just do this to let me know that this unit in here expended 1 CP. That's a good question I'm going to ask myself. I have to look this up. Can a unit... Yes, it doesn't say they can't detach, so they can detach. All right. So these guys here can choose to react and motorize. If they were leg units, they couldn't react, but they are motorized and they can react. But if they react, they're going to get a -3 cohesion hit to themselves. Where is their cohesion now? Let's look at their cohesion. So I usually keep things here. So they already have a -3 cohesion. If they retreat again or react, it's a reaction movement, they're going to take another -3, so it'll be -6 cohesion. However, we can get them somewhere over here. They're going to have to roll for breakdown for these units. This unit doesn't have to roll for breakdown. They can't break down. What do they have? I think they're A9s. I have a buddy of mine who's making me my counters. And so I have counters for armor, it's going to be for infantry, and so on and so forth with numbers on it. And I'm going to place the counter underneath the units. It'll tell me how many infantry step losses have been taken, or TOEs, and so on and so forth. That way I can minimize the spreadsheets and everything can be on the map. And keeping the counter density down as well, not too much. Or I can use them off map on a number board. But let me just see. I just want to make sure how many so I think they have 6 A9s left. Actually, they have 5 A9s. To fight the 1 CCNN, it's going to be tough. We're going to pull out. We're going to pull out and get out of there. It doesn't cost us to leave the hex of an enemy ZOC when you're doing reaction. So automatically we get a -3. So this is 4, 5. Guys, before I do that, what's my breakdown points for this guy? 2, 4, 6. All right. I didn't want to forget that. Now, so rough is 4 points, but we're on track, so we're half, so that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna bring them to there. Now let's see our breakdown points. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the A9, let's see if anything breaks down. 1 to the right. 1 to the right. So let me show you guys what I'm going to do really quick. So the A9 is right here, between 11 and 20 for the breakdown. However, they have a breakdown value of 1 shift to the right, so they're between 21 and 30. We're gonna roll, and I'll tell you what I got. 14 is 0%, so nothing breaks down, as you can see. So 14 is 0%, they are good. By the way, if I had, let's say this was a division and I had multiple units in there, I have to roll for different units. So let's say I had A9s, A10s, and trucks. So I have to roll for trucks, by the way. I would have to roll three separate times. So let me roll now for, I almost forgot, the supply trucks. Now the supply trucks, again, it was 17 breakdown points. Supply trucks go 2 to the left. 1, 2. So we're not going to break down anything, so we don't have to worry about rolling. Okay, so they're good. However, they got a -3. Let's make a note of that. All right, so they're done. They have to stay now. They have to stop here. They can't do anything. They had a breakdown of 6. It's not gonna... I don't know if they have trucks with them. Not trucks, but they have trucks, but that's not gonna need to roll because they're at the very beginning. I'm just trying to see if they have tanks. The 1cc. They have... Oh. They have M11s 39. M11 39. 1 to the right. All right, we have to roll. See what happens. I just wanted to show you what I rolled. 66. That's the big dice. I mean, the 10s, the 1s. So 66. So we started here between 4 and 10 because those are 6 breakdown points. We have to move 1 to the right because of the tank. And 66 gives us what? 50% of the tank's breakdown. 50%. we had for the 1cc, I have to see how many they had with them. We have 6 that's with them right now, so 3 of them are going to break down. You can see how brutal that is. Wow. So the 1ccNN, they're M11s, 39. We lost 3. And that's it. So they're already set up. We can't move anymore. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Four, 8, 12, 16, 20. So we have 20 breakdown points. Libyan, I don't believe they have any tanks with them, but I have to check. No. They do not. And they have supply trucks, but the supply trucks have a 2 to the right. 2 to the left. So nothing's gonna break down. So we're good. Now we're here. They have to decide if they want to stay or react. If they stay, they're not going to be able to react next time. That means when I bring up the second Libyan, they're stuck. So if we react, what is the third guard? Coal guards. So we have artillery. This is what we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has a -6 cohesion. Everybody else looks to be good. They lost 3 TOE. They lost 1 18-25 pounder. So, we're gonna stay. So let's bring these guys up then. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 24. You know what? I can't bring him up to 12 because then it's gonna hurt my machine gun guys. Okay, I can. They don't have machine guns. 12, so we're gonna be over our CP by 2. So they need a -2 to cohesion hit. Alright, so it's a -2 to the cohesion hit. So I'll make a note. They have a 24 breakdown. We're gonna roll for their R tanks. So we have with them CV 33s. And it looks like we might have 9. Let's see, how many do we have of them? Oh, we lost one for breakdown, so they're still out. So that becomes 8. All right, so we have 8 of them. And we have to roll on a 41 to 50 table. 16 just makes it, so nothing breaks down, so they're good. However, let me just check my trucks. They're on 24. On 2, yes, we have to roll for the supply trucks. Let's see what happens. 46. 10%. So 10% of their supply trucks broke down. Let's take a look. So we get to pick Okay, I'm gonna make a note, 10%. That's not good. That's not good. So we lost 10% of our supply trucks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So we get to here. They're going to take a cohesion hit of 1. And they had to take a cohesion hit of 2. And their breakdown, they came from here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they came from here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 22. So 22 is their breakdown points. So let's see if they have any trucks with them. Well, they have trucks. I meant to say if they have any tanks. Let's see. 62. They do. They have CV-33s, so that's not good. They're terrible in the desert. So I said we have a breakdown value of 22. So these tanks give you 2 shifts to the right. So they go from the 2130 column to the 41 to 50 column. So the breakdown chances are going to be very high on these units. 26. They're going to lose 10%. So they're going to lose 1 of the CV-33s. Let me get a breakdown truck. You can just start seeing how these things pile up, the breakdown trucks. So that's number 5. Okay. So they got a cohesion hit. These guys here hit this. What else do I have to move? We're resting them. I'm gonna bring up these guys. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. And that's going to cost us, let's see, 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. So we have 16 breakdown points to get to here. They just have supply trucks with them, so they're going to be safe because of that. 2 shifts to the left, so they're good. Let's get these guys on the road. I got some artillery. I want to get them on a trail. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 10, 11, no, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring these guys as well. These guys can't break down. So let's put them in a hex. This is going to cost us 20 breakdown points. Now that unit has tanks with them. And they have the shittiest tanks. So they have to roll 20. They're gonna have to roll in the 31 to 40 table. 64, not good. 33% they have to lose. 33% of their tanks are going to be broken down. I just have to find out how many tanks. So they lost 2 on op stage 2. So they had 9, 2, 7, and then they have to lose 33, so they're going to lose 2. So 2 more they lose. So they have 5 more tanks with them. So okay. I think that's about all I'm gonna do. Let's get these guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Not have to worry about breakdown. 12. However, I have to worry about fuel. So I need to know how much fuel they're spending. So they're done. And let's get these guys. So that's half, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, Let's get into 6.5, which rounds up to a 7. I have machine guns in there that only can move at an 8. I'm not going to have to worry about breakdown because it's just trucks with them. And this breakdown will be 2, 4, 6 plus the half. Wait a minute, how can it be 6? It would be actually not 6. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8, 12 and a half. Actually 13. This would be 13. So we don't have to worry about that. They're good. So here's what we're looking at. All right, so we have these guys here that can do combat. We have these guys up here that can do combat. If we go into combat, by the way, let's just take this one for instance. And we expend 5 for combat. We would have put -5 on infantry units on their cohesion. So they're getting exhausted. The max we can go over is by 5, since they're a CP of 10. I just want to look at Libyan. Libyan is in good shape. Libyan's in good shape. Is these guys here, they can't get into battle because they're going to go over. Because if the whole division, let's just say the guns only, if we do artillery, everybody in that hex gets the cohesion hit. Not the cohesion hit. Everyone in the hex is known to have expended the 5 CP to get into combat. So basically, we can't knowingly put them over, so they're not going to be able to fight. It would just be the Libyan fighting. So that's what we're going to do. So the Libyans will fight. Then down here, I got to get the 1cc unit and put it in that hex so I don't forget. So we'll just pick a battalion that belongs to the 1cc. Let's see. All right, we'll just put this guy here. So they're part of the 1cc. We'll put them. And that's it. They're gonna wait there. And we'll start now with combat. First thing we do is we figure out if we're gonna do combat, and we are. Where is the combat gonna take place? Well, we're gonna do one here. So we decide, let's expend 5. Can we? These guys can't fight because it'll make them 17, so they cannot. We can fight with them, and we'll bring in artillery. We can fight with them because they're not attached to them, so they're not going to incur that cost. All right, so that's going to put us at 13. So they're going to get a -3 to their cohesion. You get that right away. So if you go over your cohesion, you show it now. So Melody, let's see. So let me make a note. All infantry units in Melody is going to take, actually, no, they're not, because they're in trucks. Okay. These guys who belong to Melody are walking. They're not going to do combat. They're done. They are. But they're in trucks, the other battalion that's in this hex. So we are good. Because that's only going to be 13. So we're good. So we're not going to take any cohesion hits, which is perfect. These guys cannot fight. Because we lost the trucks when they got when they broke down. So right now they're walking. All right, so we're gonna go fight. We're gonna put these guys in forward position. Our artillery, we have 2 types of artillery. We spent, they have to spend because they're being attacked. We are gonna bring in 3, 2, so 12, 18, that's 30, so we have 30, and what are these? So we have 48, but I gotta check. Did we lose any guns before? Yes, we did. We lost guns before, so we lost one of them. So we have a 42. All right, so we have 42 firepower coming down. We divide that by 10, so we have a 4. That's coming into play. So let's roll the dice and see what kind of damage we do. 11. It's going to be a miss. And they have trucks. 54. It's going to be a miss as well. Yes. All right, so we missed. Now you have to do all artillery throughout. So these guys are done with artillery. So we'll stop here for now. Let's go up to these guys here. So what do we have? We're gonna do, it's only these guys that are attacking. So we'll spend 5. That means they're gonna take a -5 hit if we do that. So we have to attack, or we can do a hold off. And the way I'm gonna do a hold off, but still have to expend 5 anyway, so we might as well attack. All right, so it's -5. I should have held back these guys. I shouldn't have got. Once you could become adjacent to somebody and they have a zone of control exerted, you have to attack them. So let's do this. Oh, this would be a nice experience so you can see what happens. So 1 lib -5 infantry cohesion. All right, so let's find out how many artillery they have to spend. 3. All right. Libyan. All right, what do we have? 72. So we have 72. Just want to see if I lost anything. No. Okay, so I have 72. That's in forward position. That's firing here. And they're firing at the infantry. They have so 72 becomes a 7. They have 7 medium arms. Actually, they have 72 as well. So they have 7 coming down, and the other guy. Eight. 72, 48. what they lost. Let's see what they lost. So they lost 1. So 100. So they have 11. So they have 11 coming down on them. I'm gonna roll. Just want to check one last thing. So they have 11. Actually, they have a 4 going back because I'm not adding these guys. All right, so we're gonna roll first. The British are gonna fire with their 11. 36 on 11 table. Pin. So they're gonna pin somebody. And you get a pin marker. So battalion, infantry battalion is gonna be pinned. They're gonna roll again to see if they hit the trucks. 13 is a miss. Libya, the Italians fire back. 22 on a 4 is gonna be nothing. So they miss. However, we'll fire again to see if we hit trucks. And 25, and that's also a miss. So basically, they pin Libyan, and now we're gonna go into retreat before assault. So they can retreat if they want to, or stay there to fight. They'll stay and fight. They feel like they're in good position. Down here, they're going to retreat because of they cannot fight. So they're not going to do any close assaults. So we will go 1, 2. Oh, they have to wait here first. First is armor attack, and then they can retreat. So, because they can still get hit if they're armor. And I don't think they have armor capability. Let's see. Can they get hit by armor? They can. They have armor protection of a 1, so they can be hit by armor. So, who do you want to bring in? Because our guns, I believe our guns can fire at them as well. I think our howitzers can fire at them. Nope. Nope. What our tanks can. So we're gonna go with 4. All right, so we have 1 point of armor, anti-armor fire at these guys. Let's see if we can hit them. I don't even know why the Italians even have tanks. 25. It's not going to do anything. Just misses. So this is the table I'm looking at. So you guys see. So this was the anti-armor table. They had an anti-armor of 1. We rolled a 25, just missed. So let's go back. So these guys are done. So now we go into close assault. Now they'll retreat. So they'll go 1, 2, 3. That cost them 1, 2. That cost them 3. They expended 3. And as for breakdown, they can't break down, so we don't have to worry about that. And they take a -3 cohesion hit for doing this. 11 Huss, -3 cohesion. Hit. So they're done. We can advance, which we're not, because we're gonna go over, and we're done with what we had to do. So let's just do this. Now up here, we're gonna go fight. So we're coming in. I think we have 3 battalions, but we lost 1. Let me just check. So we're fighting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we're coming in with 5 battalions. We have 6, but we only could come in with 5 because one's pinned. That's for close assault. And we're not, that's about it. So 5 times 5. So we have 25. We have 25 close assault points coming in, divided by 10. So we have 3 close assault points. Let's see what they have. So these guys are the only ones that can fight. They lost 3. So they have 3, so they have a 6. So they have 6 raw firepower. What do they have? Uh, 12, 18. So they have 18 altogether. Divide that by 10, round it up. It's going to be 2. So they have 2 close assault points. They have 3. So we have a +1 in the favor. Now we have to check cohesion. So this is going to be fun. They have a cohesion of -6. All right, so you have a cohesion -6, so you average it out, it's gonna be a 3. And so they're -3. Let's roll the dice and see what happens. So we're gonna check to see if their morale drops. 35. Let's see. 35. It doesn't. Nope. They're good. Libyan is a -5 on their cohesion. So, yeah, this is not going to be good. Let's roll them. 23 and a -5. Just makes it. So what I was looking at, I'll bring you guys over here. The British had a -3 cohesion on average. They rolled in between these two numbers, so nothing changed on their morale. Libyan rolled a 23, just under, and they stay no modifier. If not, their morale either goes down or up, depending on where we roll. So let's see what the morale is for both parties, to see if there's any shift either or. And then you gotta take the average of both. The 7th armor one what are they? So the 7th armor is a +2 morale. So they're very good. And they're a +1, so it's just going to be a +1 to the morale. Libyan, the Italians are pretty crappy. They are -2. -2. So that's going to be 3. Wow. So 3 is going to put it at -2. In favor so far of the British. So we looked at morale. We looked at strength. It's a division against the highest unit in here, and the highest unit is a battalion, so that's going to be, I believe, 4 in the favor of the division. Let's look at that. Yes. So we got to add 4, so it goes back to a +2 in favor of the attacker. And then we look at, is the firepower doubled? Well, they're 25 and they're 18, so it's not double, so that stays there. So that's it. It's a +2 on the close assault table. Let's see what it gives us. All right, we're gonna roll. Roll to the attacker first, see what they get. 54. 54 gives us no losses, so no loss for Libya. And 66. I don't think anything. There's no loss for anybody. Nope. So nothing happened. Those were the rolls. As you can see here, 66. So the battle went on, nothing happened. Everyone gets tired. Let's put these guys back. I'll fix all this later. They're too tired to fight again. Because when you have continuous movement, if you're within 2 hexes of an enemy unit, you can move again and fight again. Or if you're adjacent to them, you can move again and fight. So if they have expended only, let's say, 2 CP, I definitely would be fighting and continue fighting. However, we had to travel to get there, and the guys are now exhausted, so that's where we are with them. Yeah, I think that's it, right? There is nobody. These guys are too far away. They're not within 2 hexes, so they can't move again. These guys here don't have the CP. They're exhausted, so they cannot. Too far away, too far away. Too far away to move. And if I would have put, let's say, a unit in reserve, that would have worked. But yes. All right, guys. I know it was long and stuff like that, but I know people just love watching people play war games and stuff like that, like I do. We'll end it here. I'll clean this up. It's going to be a lot easier when I get my counters, and I don't have to keep going back and forth over my notes. Just keep it underneath the counter. All right, talk to you guys later.